Hi guys, I am in sunny Florida. It's sunny, but I'm in the shade on my dad's lanai, little back porch that's screened in. It's really nice. Okay, what did that just say? Okay, this next one is number 9, and it's called The New Crowd. The next day, I didn't see Austin until lunch. I found him sitting where he always sat, at a small round table near the vending machines. It was pizza day, and he'd gotten an extra slice. He waved to me. Michael! I sat down at the table. Your eyes looking a lot better, he said. Thanks. Where were you this morning? I had a dentist appointment. How'd it go? It was just a checkup, 2 cavities. Probably all the ice cream you ate last night. I joked. At my last appointment, I had 3. I can only chew sugarless gum now. I opened my carton of milk. So we're starting a club? Who? Us. You, me, and Taylor. What kind of club? It's for people with, I hesitated and told him about Taylor, unique abilities like mine. Excellent. So why Taylor? I don't know. Why you? Because I'm intelligent, of course. Well, there's more to Taylor than meets the eye. And with her, there's a lot to meet the eye. Her superpower can be that she's super good looking, Austin said. That's not what I meant, I said. What's the club called? I haven't named it yet. Something about electricity. I was hoping you'd come up with something. I'll put my computer on it, and he said, tapping at the side of his head. He took a bite of pizza. Before he finished chewing, he said, Hey, we get our test back in biology today. Can't wait, I said sarcastically. How'd you do? I don't know. B, maybe? If I'm lucky. I didn't have to ask him what he was getting. We both knew he got an A. He could teach the class. Just then, one of the cheerleaders walked up to our table. There was a basketball game today, and the cheerleaders wore their outfits on game day. Is this seat taken? Austin's eyes were wide and glazed donuts. No. Good. She dragged the chair off to a nearby table. Anytime, babe, Austin shouted after her. Come back if you need another one. Got plenty of them. I'm your chair connection. He turned to me. Did you see that? She spoke to me. I nodded. Yeah, I think that's going somewhere. He took another couple of bites of pizza. So what happened with your mom last night? First she was mad as a hornet, and then she's taking us out to ice cream. She's just afraid that someone will find out about me. That's why we moved to California, you know. We had our last apartment. Yeah, you haven't told anyone, have you? Never. Good, because I have a shock if you did. I'd have to shock you if you did. He looked at me anxiously. You're kidding, right? Like an electric eel, he stopped chewing. I punched his arm. Relax, I'm kidding. Then I added, sort of. Just then, Taylor walked up to our table. She was also wearing her cheerleader outfit. She looked as pretty as ever. I could feel my tongue knot up and started blinking like crazy. Hi, Michael. Is this seat taken? No, you can take it, Austin said eagerly. I'll even carry it for you. She looked at him. No, I mean, may I sit here? Sure, I said. I couldn't believe she wanted to sit by us. She turned to Austin, who looked like he might have hyperventilate with excitement. Dallas, isn't it? Austin! Right, I knew it was a Texas thing. I was just telling Austin about our club, I said. Taylor suddenly looked nervous. Did you tell him anything? No, I said. Austin looked at us curiously. Tell me what? Nothing, I said. Austin looked as curious. Nothing, Taylor said. She turned to me. Remember when you asked me where I was born? You'll never believe what I found out. Before she could tell me, two guys walked up to our table wearing Letterman jackets, Spencer and Drew. They both played on the basketball team. They were two of the coolest guys at Meridian. Hey Taylor, Spencer said. What's up? She smiled. Hi guys. They sat down at our table. This is my friend Michael, Taylor said. The taller of the two reached out his hand. Hey, I'm Spencer. The other guy just bobbed his head. Drew. Hi, I said. Austin looked starstruck. So, are you guys nervous for the game? Taylor asked. Nah, Spencer said. It's just another game. Not hardly, she said to me. It's the regional championship. The winner of this game goes to state. Drew said, Cottonwoods won their last 3 games. They have this forward who's on fire. Austin looked at him quizzically. Literally? What? He's literally on fire? I kicked Austin under the table. Drew looked at me. Where'd you get the shiner? I got in a fight. He turned to Taylor. Hey, this isn't the kid you told us about who kicked Jack's butt. That's him, Taylor said. I watched him beat up Jack and 2 other guys. He's a black belt. You gotta be kidding me. Drew looked at me in awe. Dude, you're a legend. I wasn't sure what to say. Thanks. I'm Austin, Austin said. Drew said to Austin, You gonna eat both those pieces of pizza? Great. Drew reached over and took one, shoving half of it into his mouth. Then 2 more cheerleaders walked up to our table. Hey guys. Hey Tay. Taylor said, Hi Dom, hi Maddie. Hello girls, Drew said. Move over, Houston. Austin, Austin said. The girls sat down between Drew and Austin. Austin had a blissful look on his face, like he was in heaven. A nervous heaven, but heaven all the same. I was anxious too. I kept turning away to blink, hoping no one would notice. We're having a party at Maddie's house after the game, Dominique said. Are you all coming? Yeah, Spencer said. We'll be there. Can you come, Tay? Yes. She turned to me. Michael, you're coming to the game, aren't you? Her question caught me off guard. Yeah, of course, I said. I wouldn't miss it. Austin looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Great. You guys want to come to the party after? Taylor asked. Sure, I said. Taylor turned to the cheerleaders. Guys, this is my friend Michael. Hi, Michael, Dominique said. Hi, Maddie said. That's Houston, Drew said, pointing to Austin. Nice to meet you, Austin said. Do you have something in your eye? Maddie asked me. I turned red. No. Well, you were blinking kind of funny. I wanted to crawl under the table. Michael has Tourette syndrome, Taylor said. Oh, I thought you were like winking at me, Drew said. No, I can't help it. Is it like contagious? Drew asked. Duh, Taylor said. Is stupidity contagious? Drew looked genuinely baffled. I don't know, is it? Spencer laughed. You're such an idiot, dude. Sorry, Drew said to me. It's okay, I was born with it. It makes me blink and stuff, Dominique said. I have a cousin with, how do you say it? Tourette's? Yeah, Tourette's. His name is Richard, but everyone in his neighborhood calls him King Richard because he's like totally amazing on board. Skateboard, snowboard, wakeboard. If it's a board, he can rule it. That's nothing, Drew said. Mike here is a little Chuck Norris. The other day, he beat up 3 guys twice his size. You should have seen it. It was awesome. That's so cool, Dominique said. I glanced at Taylor. She grinned. Austin just sat and listened, so excited that he didn't seem to notice the loss of his pizza. When the second lunch bell rang, he popped up like a toaster pastry. Gotta go, he said. Lovely hanging with you, ladies. No one at the table acted like they heard him. Hold on, I said, standing. I need to go too. Hey, stay cool, man, Spencer said to me. See you tonight? Yeah. Good luck with your game. Spencer made All-State, Taylor said. He's already has college scouts checking on him. That's really cool, I said. He shrugged. I throw a ball, throw a hoop. Nothing to it. See you around, man. Taylor stood up with me. She put her hand on my arm as we walked away from the table. Sorry we crashed your table. I didn't plan on that happening. No, it's cool. I'm just used to hanging out with those guys. What guys? Spencer and Drew? Yeah, and the cheerleaders. Taylor nodded. You mean the popular kids? Yeah. They're no different than anyone else. Besides, they like you. Really? Couldn't you tell? No. I looked at her. So, why'd you lie to them? I didn't lie. You told them I'm a black belt. I told them you have a black belt. What's that around your waist? I grinned. That's not what they thought you meant. Look, word's gotten out about you, about what you did to Jack. I mean, you took out 3 kids, twice your size. You think that's going to go unnoticed? I was just protecting your secret. Another bell rang. Taylor sighed. I've got to go. Can't be late to class. Look, I found out something you need to know. I need to tell you, but I've got to run. We can talk at the party tonight. Okay, I said. Wait, I don't know where your friend lives. You can go with me. Just meet me after the game. Where will you be? Cheering. She lightly punched my arm. See ya. Bye. Austin was waiting for me outside the cafeteria doors. Dude, that was epic! Bones! He put out his fist. I bumped it. That was epic. What was epic? Our table became the cool table. Yeah, that was weird. And they love you. They're in with the crowd. You're in with the crowd. I can't believe Taylor is like all over you. No, she's not. Are you blind? That hottie's got the hots for you, and she is H-O-T hot. We're just friends, I said. Whatever, dude. Whatever. So, we really go into that game? And the after party, I said? Whatever, dude. Whatever. So, wow, Austin said with a broad smile. What a day. After school, I walked down to the cafeteria, but Mrs. Johnson had canceled detention because of the game, so I headed home alone. As I was walking out the doors, Jack, Mitchell, and Wade were standing there. My first thought was they were waiting for me, but the surprise on their faces convinced me otherwise. My stomach churned with fear and anger. Jack threw down the cigarette he was smoking. What's up, man? He said. His tone was different from before, like we were now buddies or something. I didn't say anything but kept on walking. How did you do that? He shouted after me. I spun around. Do what? Electrocute us. You want another demonstration? Jack raised his hands. We don't want any trouble, he said. We're good, right? Wade took a slight step back, and Michael looked at like he'd wet his pants if I said boo. No, we're not good. I'm still on detention because I wouldn't tell on you guys. You need to talk to Mr. Dahlstrom and fix that. I stepped towards him, suddenly feeling the liberation of having nothing to hide. I don't know if it was old anger or new confidence, but I said to Jack, if I have to spend another week in detention, I poked him on his chest. And he jumped back, probably anticipating another shock. Okay, I'll tell Dahlstrom it's my fault. Good, because if I have another week of detention, I'm coming after you. I turned to Mitchell. And you. Then I turned my whole body towards Wade. And especially you. If you think it hurt last time, Next time you're going to think you're stuck in lightning. You understand? Hey, no problem, man, Wade said, his voice quivering. We're cool, Mitchell said. We better be, I said, turning from them. As I walked away, a large smile crossed my face. I just couldn't help it. I couldn't remember the last time I'd felt that good. 10 minutes later, I knocked on Austin's door and he answered, Hey, you're back early. They canceled detention, so I can go to the game. Yeah, my mom was so excited she almost fainted. She said, Finally, you're doing something normal. Just be sure to wear your clogging shoes, I said. They're tap shoes. I hit him on the arm. Just kidding, I'm going home. I haven't asked my mom. I'll call you in a couple of hours. When my mother got home from work, she hung her sweater in her room, then started boiling water for spaghetti. So, what do you want to do tonight? I'd been excited to tell her about the game, but now that she was home, I was afraid to ask her. I suppose I felt a little like I was letting her down. I thought maybe I'd go to school basketball game, I said uneasily, if that's okay with you. She turned to me and smiled. That sounds fun. But then you'll be alone. I think I can handle that. Do you want me to pick you up when the game's over? Well, I've been invited to a party afterwards. It's at one of the cheerleaders' houses. She looked at me. So, last night you had no friends, and today you're getting invited to cheerleading parties? What was in that ice cream? It's Taylor. She's the cheerleader. My legs are getting... Woo! Not upside down, please. Okay. My legs were getting tired. I'm sitting up. I just wanted to raise it a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's this part. Sorry, guys. It's Taylor. She's the cheerleader. Yeah, she's kind of becoming a friend. I don't know the last time I saw my mother smile that wide. Is she nice? She's really great. I looked at my mom. We had spent every Friday night together since we moved to Idaho. You sure you're okay alone? She dropped the pasta into the pot. Are you kidding? She said, winking at me. I'm just glad to finally get you out of my hair. Do you know how many books I have to catch up on? Just call when you're ready to leave the party and let me know where to pick you up. I smiled. Thanks, Mom. I gave her a hug. I love my mother. Neither Austin nor I had ever been to a school basketball game before. We sat near the floor at one end of the gymnasium. Austin looked as out of place as a Twinkie in a salad bar. I panned the floor for Taylor, but I couldn't see her. These metal bleachers were bruising my butt, Austin said. How long do these things last? You're too soft, I said, still looking for Taylor. Your girlfriend's over there. She's not my girlfriend. Yeah, right, Austin said. I waved to Taylor several times, but she didn't see me, or at least she didn't act like she did. The game was close. At halftime, Meridian was down by 5 points. The drill team had come out to do their thing when I saw Taylor walk over to our side of the gym. Taylor! I shouted. She didn't even look up. Then she walked up to the end of our bench where Tim Wadsworth was sitting. Tim Wadsworth was the guy every girl at Meridian dreamed of. He had perfect skin, golden hair, with a soft curl, straightened teeth, and a body that would make a Greek Olympic statue envious. Mr. Perfection was flirting with Taylor, or vice versa. I couldn't tell. As I watched her, I got madder and madder. Oh, I just lost my spot. He was holding a Coke and talking to her. Then she took a drink from his cup. Without even thinking about it, I surged. There were at least 20 people on the bench. Oh my gosh. And they all jumped up at once, like they were doing the wave. Tim also jumped, spilling his Coke all over himself. At first, Taylor just looked confused. Then she looked down the bench and saw me. Oh, she glared. "Why did you do that?" Austin asked, rubbing his butt. "That really hurt." "Let's get out of here," I said. He walked down to the floor and started to leave the auditorium when Taylor shouted, "Michael!" I turned around. She stormed up to me, her eyes snapping. She glared at Austin. "Texas boy, leave." "Okay," Austin said, quickly walking away. She turned back to me. "What was that?" I was twitching like crazy. "None of your business." "It's my business when you act stupid and start drawing attention to yourself. You're one to talk. You're always the center of attention. I'm talking about drawing attention to your power. Is it really that you're worried about, or is it Tim Wadsworth?" "Tim Wadsworth?" Her expression softened. "Oh, I get it. You're jealous that I'm talking to him." "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are." "No, I'm not." She smiled. "Hey," she said sweetly, putting her arms out. "Come here." I couldn't believe she had gone so quickly from wanting to hit me to wanting to hug me. But I didn't really understand girls at all. I just went along with it. "You know, Michael," touching her felt really wonderful. "Yes?" Suddenly she pushed me back. "Ha! You are jealous." She had hugged me just to read my mind. "You tricked me." "Yeah, well, you just shocked a whole row of people. The custodian is under the bleachers looking to see if there was a loose wire or something." "Well, that's all you have to say?" Frankly, I didn't know what to say. Suddenly, she started to laugh. She was soon laughing so hard she was crying. I just watched her. I was totally confused. "This is so crazy," she said. "Could you imagine if these people around here could hear what we're saying? They'd think we were nuts." You could have seen Tim's face when you shocked him. He had Coke dripping from his hair. She looked into my eyes. "I don't remember the last time I had this much fun. I'm so glad I've gotten to know you." "Me too," I said. She exhaled. I've got to get back to cheering, or Mrs. Shaw will have my head. But you and Dallas are coming to the party with me, right?" "Austin," I corrected. Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. "Yeah, we'll come if you want us." "Of course I do. It will be fun. Besides, I really have to talk to you about what I found out." "Great. Where should we meet?" "Just come down to the floor after the game. See ya." She took a few steps and then stopped. "By the way, you're a lot cuter than Tim Wadsworth." "Aw." She spun around and ran back to the floor. I don't know. It may have been the greatest moment of my life. Okay, that's number 9.